So that game took place yesterday and I was playing off stream. And yeah, let me just show you what happened. So we're playing on Twisted Meadows. I forced some altar.
Job's done. Job's done.
Spoiler alert, ENA is not exactly a big fan of me. So
Ready to work.
I think when we meet one another on ladder, we kind of, you know, really want to beat one another. I don't usually trash talk anybody. Like,
Ready to work.
I complain about the game sometimes, but usually I don't go out of my way to trash talk anyone. So that goes for him as well. So I'm not really saying anything this game. I'm just kind of playing. So I'm creeping my lab, as usually would on this map. He's been doing a lot of false here, mass air strats. So I get vampiric.
Job's done. Ready to work.
After that I realize he's going fast here, so obviously he's gonna try and harass my peasants. I chase that back. You're just gonna have to stay near your base when somebody does that. Make sure they don't get in and do any damage. I'm gonna fast forward through the start because otherwise we're gonna be here forever. Actually, I took a lot of damage here. I'm not sure if I dealt with that ideally, because he can even deny. Maybe I should just run when it's like that, but then he attacks my peasants and I have to turn around. I was closing in on level 3 pretty fast this game. The finish line is what's hard to reach though. Then I realized he doesn't have boots and he has no healing yet, so since I had boots, I actually went for it. And I forced the TP, so it's a pretty good start, but remember that when somebody does this and opens quick fast here, they usually take much quicker than you do. Which in this case, you see, he's already got his lodge literally already finished. So he take much quicker than me. What you need to know is that in the previous game that we played, that I posted on YouTube recently, where there is like a funny little montage at the end that I'm sure a lot of you liked, he went for mass air, like I mentioned. So this time he was kind of trying to meta me by not going air this time. And actually grabbing a lodge. You see, like, I'm getting ready to get guard tower if I need to, and then I can get an aviary as well. But now I see he has a lodge, so I know he's playing a lot more standard. So I got my alchemist that I'm gonna creep a little bit. Up until now, you know, everything's kinda standard, nothing special. I'm getting casters, I still get a guard tower. And now I see him playing pretty aggressive, which, I mean, if I slow 1 or 2 units, then I can kinda chase, so I go for the chase, but he already has Spirit Link and I have no Spirit Walker yet, so I'm not really doing much here. Except chasing units that I can't really kill, because now he gets disenchant, so I end up kind of just pulling back and going to creep. Yeah, go on the other side. I want to level my alchemist. No, I see that he's down there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go for you next. Get a cheeky, lucky XP tome. And now I go for the push. Knowing that I have multiple sorceresses and it's going to be hard for him to have enough disenchants to deal with it effectively. I multi-slow this Kodo and go for the surround. Except Kodos have 1000 HP. My hero doesn't have nearly as much, so he goes for the targets. It's about to happen, guys. So he sees that it's about to kill my hero, and here's what happens. He paused the game, and he wrote Sec Toilet. The ultimate BM move. So anyway, I unpause, I keep on playing, I target his Kodo. Obviously I don't have my second hero, but I know he doesn't have much mana on his Spirit Walkers and I can store a lot of stuff, so I end up kind of running a little bit. And he does the same. He pauses one more time and he writes Toilet, so I unpause and I keep on playing. And I go and creep at the bottom. So I tell him, can't wait for the day you will be held accountable for your actions. I've been talking about this on my stream a bunch. Wait, before you can type, I will explain. I've been talking about this on my stream a bunch. There is already some countries where anytime you make an account online, you have to link it to a social security number. So talking shit online becomes much harder. Like in South Korea, for example. People can sue you for anything you say online. I feel like maybe in a not so distant future, it might be the same in elsewhere. And people like this, that talk a whole bunch of trash online, will have a much harder time getting away with it. Because that's the only reason they do it. Like, there is no way this guy in real life goes to anybody and says this stuff. So, yeah, he goes on a little tangent. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that one. Why is second toilet ultimate BM? That's because he's killing my hero. He's not really going to toilet, he's killing my hero. He pauses the game just to annoy me, basically. Who actually is something in German society unlike me. So apparently he's an alpha. He said he was an alpha. Said no alpha ever.
Research complete. Our forces are under attack.
So I ended up getting level 4. Now I knew he was gonna continue with the hit and run, so I hid here behind this. I used some nice acid bomb on the spirit walkers, and you see I'm leeching all of their mana. And what do we go for? It's the next round of hero target. He does get my Archmage, but look at his army. No mana on TC, no mana on Farseer, everything in the red. He's level 3 and 4. I'm level 4 and almost 3, so basically the same, except I knew he was gonna keep on playing aggressive. So I go for a big camp here before I have to TP. Or even walk back. And now I made a bunch of towers at home. The Arcane Towers value this game was insane. I just kept on taking mana from lots. Now he speed scrolls away. When somebody speed scrolls away like this, you can know that to re-engage, he's not gonna have another speed scroll. You see, he doesn't have. So it's kind of ideal for me to fight this. So now we start the fight. What time is it? It's time to click on my hero. He has a dust, gets a good surround here, even though I transfer potion. Archmage will fall. You know what's coming. He pauses the game and writes toilet as he's about to kill my hero. I just 3 by Archmage. Keeps on flaming. Keep in mind, up until now, the only thing that I wrote was the thing that I answered to him earlier. That was it. But I'm starting to see the fights turning a little bit slowly. I pull back. Yeah, he still had 1 dust if I invis. But now my hero's level 4. And Archmage level 5. So now I pose! And I say toilet! What now? Just it too late, buddy? Yeah, that was pretty epic. I wasn't streaming, but he was. And I think the people that watched that on his stream definitely enjoyed that game quite a bit. That game was definitely something else.
I smell magic. I smell magic.
I have no idea why I didn't do this now, actually. Get level 5. I think I wanted to attack pretty fast. And actually, level 5 closing in, that's the one. Nice rally point, bro. 600 mana at the most. I don't have quite have that. Yeah, that was yesterday, I believe. So I just shockwave my casters. He's running out of mana pretty fast. That was a really bad shockwave because he only caught the Archmage, he didn't catch the casters. So that was really weak. So now anyway, I'm slowing everything. He's pretty much toast. Keeps spamming that acid bomb on his Farseer. He says one last toilet and gets out! That's what happens when you pause when you're about to kill my heroes. Get out.